Rural Kentucky Highway, late afternoon. The sky hung heavy with low, rust-colored clouds. Autumn leaves, damp and rotting, clung to the cracked two-lane road that wound like a scar into the forgotten hills. At mile marker 107, the road bent past a half-toppled sign. "Welcome to Denton Ridge, population?" The numbers had been scratched off violently. Rust streaked down like dried blood. Emma Santos, 29, a sharp, ambitious independent filmmaker, was driving. Her voice recorded into a lapel mic. "They say Denton Ridge vanished in 2005. No warning. No evacuation. Just gone. One day, it was a town. The next, it was a myth." Next to her, Tony, her weary sound tech, clutched his gear like a lifeline. "And we thought driving into an erased town was a good idea. Why? They'd come to document urban legends. Small town disappearances. But this wasn't like the others. This felt different." The GPS blinked out. Their cell bars vanished. The road turned to gravel. Gravel to dirt. They passed no cars. No people. Just empty houses with furniture still in them. Curtains drawn. Plates on tables. Shoes lined by doors, like their owners might return any minute. And then, they saw her. A woman. Standing in the middle of the road. Pale. Wearing a summer dress, despite the cold. Holding something in her arms, a bundle of cloth. Emma rolled down the window. "Excuse me, ma'am?" But the woman tilted her head and smiled too wide. Her teeth were wrong. Then she was gone. Tony slammed his hand on the dash. "Nope. We're done. Turn this around." But Emma was already stepping out, camera in hand, drawn in by something she couldn't name. The trees creaked in the wind. Or was it something else? Behind them, the rusted town sign stood tall again. But this time the letters had changed. "Welcome to Denton Ridge. Stay for supper. Enter. Abandoned town hall, night." Emma and Tony crept through the empty building by flashlight. Dust hovered like breath. Papers littered the floor, forms dated up to October 2005, and then nothing. No sign of an emergency. No orders. No reason for abandonment. And then Emma found a room filled with photographs. Family portraits. Smiling town events. Barbecues. Parades. Faces frozen in time. But as she leaned in, her heart began to thud. Every smile had one thing in common. Their teeth. Every one of them was filed into points. Tony called her to the basement. He'd found a freezer still running. Emma opened it. Inside, rows of jars. Labeled. Each filled with pieces, teeth, tongues, fingertips. A child's shoe. An adult's wedding ring. They backed away slowly, breath tight. From the hallway above, a footstep. Emma turned off her light. Tony clicked his recorder. They waited. A voice echoed from the dark. "We were wondering when you'd come." Dozens of footsteps. Bare. Deliberate. Emma grabbed Tony's hand. They bolted out the back exit. The woods of the night. Branches clawed at them as they sprinted through the forest. But the trees were wrong. Twisted, warped, like they'd grown watching people. The path they entered on was gone. Instead, strange totems made of bones and wire hung from branches, clinking softly in the wind. A warning. Or a promise. They found a clearing, and in it, a dinner table. Fully set. Chairs empty. Candles lit. Meat steaming. Tony trembled. "Emma, that's your backpack." It sat on one of the chairs. She hadn't brought it out of the car. Suddenly, voices whispered from behind the trees. "Stay. Eat. Be part of us. The outside forgets, but we remember." Figures stepped forward, smiling. One of them wore a sheriff's badge, old, rusted. His eyes were hollow. Another held a photo of Emma as a child. "Your grandmother came here once. She didn't leave either." Enter. Denton Ridge Chapel, Pre Dawn. Emma woke up in the front pew of a candlelit chapel, her hands bound. Tony was gone. The stained glass windows were black with grime. The pulpit was covered in bones, carved with names. Sermon notes had been replaced with handwritten rituals. A man in robes stood above her. The elder. "We don't kill to feed," he whispered. "We feed to remember. When we eat the flesh, the spirit returns. No one is lost. Not truly." He gestured to the congregation. The townsfolk stood in silence, children, elders, teens, all pale, teeth jagged. In the center of the room, a dinner table, laid out with meat. Warm. Bloody. On the plate, a hand. Still wearing Tony's watch. Emma screamed. No one flinched. The elder approached with a carved spoon. "The first bite makes you one of us. After that, you forget what you were." She kicked, struggled, and knocked over a candelabra. Flames erupted. The elder didn't panic. He smiled. "It always ends this way. Fire cleanses. Then it begins again." Emma broke free and ran. The town was ablaze behind her, but no one screamed. They sang, as if the fire was part of the ritual. As dawn broke, Emma emerged from the woods. A car drove by on the highway. She collapsed in front of it. EXT hospital days later. When officials returned with her to the location, there was nothing. No town. No sign. Just trees. Her footage? Corrupted. Except for one frame, a single image. Emma. Standing with the townspeople. All of them smiling. And her teeth filed to points. Some places don't vanish. They just hide. And they don't want to be found. Because what lives there isn't hungry for food. It's hungry for you.